Hello everyone. I am here today to share a small book haul with you all. I have a few interesting items here today. So if you are interested in seeing them, then let's get started. So first up here in my little nook area, I already have a copy of Son of a Witch. I also already have a copy of The Confederacy of Dunces, but I know my sister wanted a copy of The Wicked and Son of a Witch, the Barnes and Noble edition. She wanted a copy of this, and I saw that there was a copy available at Half Price Books, so I purchased it for her, and I purchased her this copy of Confederacy, a Confederacy of Dunces as well. And doing a little small flip through of it, but yeah, it's one of the Barnes and Noble leather bound books. So I went ahead and purchased it for her. Also sitting over here, this is much too big for my desk for me to show you on my desk, so I'm just showing it to you from here. And hopefully my wind chimes aren't too loud. I have my back door open, so you may hear them blowing. But anyway, I decided to pick up a packet of the Bristol vellum paper and a pack of the Bristol Smooth. I really wanted the Bristol Smooth. I spoke about this in one of my previous art videos. I went to purchase this pad last week, but I did not purchase it because it was a full price of $29.99. And I know Hobby Lobby, I purchased these from Hobby Lobby. I know Hobby Lobby has sales quite often, so I decided to wait until this week to check again. And I pulled Hobby Lobby up on the internet earlier today and saw that the art papers were on sale. So I went ahead and with the intentions to only purchase the Bristol Smooth pad. And my intentions is going to be to, I may have pieces that I do this full size. This is the 24 by 18. I may have pieces that I do in a large size, but my intention is to cut the paper down in order to use it, and I should be able to get a whole lot of artwork out of this pad. And I also purchased the a pad of the Bristol Vellum because the Bristol Vellum is a little more textured. It's not as heavy textured as like watercolor paper or something like that per se, but it is a little more textured than the smooth paper. So every now and then I may want to use the Bristol Vellum. And for both of these packets of paper, because I waited for the sale, I got both of these packets for less than this listed price of $29.99 that I would have paid for the one. And of course with tax, that $29.99 would have been at least maybe $34. Okay, guys, so moving back over to my desk, I have this composition style notebook that I purchased from Amazon. Purchased it a while ago. This is obviously not a real composition book. It is one of the notebooks by a printer. I'm not sure if they're affiliated through Amazon, but this is okay, guys, so moving back over to my desk, I have this composition style notebook that I purchased off of Amazon. And it is obviously not a real composition book. It is just like in a composition book format, is a mimic of a composition book. It's not, I wouldn't even say it's formatted like a composition book, because composition books have are string bound notebooks. This is a glue bound notebook, but I purchased this for the stunning image of Ophelia on the cover. And this is one of my favorite paintings, so much so that I've showed this before in a previous video. I'm sure I've showed this, that I purchased this Norton anthology specifically because this one had this image of Ophelia on the cover. So I just had to have this book because of this stunning image. And I was happy to run across this composition book on Amazon, and I plan to use this for a, a painting log, for painting, and well, for a art log. I shouldn't say painting, for a art log, to log in. I am going to start keeping a log of all of the paintings and sketches that I do. So, and the date started and a date completed. So this will be my art log book. Up next, I have this beautiful, beautiful handmade journal. I love natural paper. I love handmade notebooks. I don't pretty much love them for sketching in, maybe like using gouache or something like this, but they make awesome scrapbooks. I can write on the paper with specific pens. I don't pretty much use fountain pens on them, but I just love the style of handmade notebooks. They're so unique. They are never the same. If you look at them, they're always different because they're just, like I said, it's handmade. It's naturally made and naturally put together. You can see like pieces of wood pulp all in the paper here, and the paper is textured. There's burlap string here. I just love everything about the notebook. So I saw this and did a double take and picked that up as well. So I have here the Best American Short Stories. I have two of them, the 1995 edition and the 1997. And I am a lover of short stories. When I don't feel like picking up a complete novel to read, it is nice to have different books where you can go through and look at the contents and decide what you may want to read at the time. And I also already had in my library two of the older, well, I won't say older, but I had these for a while. And these are the Best American Essays by the same publishers. And this one is the 1997 edition and the 1999. So, but with Bob Ross being such an iconic, well-known oil painter, when I see anything of his, I just have to pick it up. This book I already showed in a previous video, and I took the chance of picking this one up because I was not sure if they were the same book but just different, like a different edition, like if it was a reprint of it in a different edition. But it seems as though these are both different because this one offers, so I showed this one, I had this one already, I picked this one up today. This one has extra information in it, like painting flowers at the back. That's not in the previous book. I noticed that was not in this book. And it does seem like some of the paintings in both books are different, because I noticed Northern Lights in here. So I kind of looked through here trying to see if I saw the Northern Lights painting, and I did not. But the formats of these books are the same, which I love. So if they are two different editions with different paintings that I can actually sit and have personal tutorials on from books that I have here at home, that would be awesome. And they both give you the materials that you need and each and every step to complete the paintings. So I really love these books. Let's see. I want to see if the flowers are formatted the same way. I'm sure they are. Yes, okay. So painting the flowers, they're pretty much formatted the same way. You have the illustration here, and then you have the instructions here. And the back of the book is by the artwork is by Annette Kowalski. So, but of course the landscape paintings and everything throughout the book is Bob Ross. I also forgot to mention, because I love when there are little surprises inside of the books. There was this bookmark in my art book, and it is one of Monet's paintings. I thought that it was just like when you receive a prize inside of a cereal box. I love going through books and having little pieces of media or bookmarks or different unique items that are still inside of the books. Up next, I have this copy of Pinocchio. I love the format, and I purchased this because my mom used to purchase these styles of books for us when we were children. This one, I would say this format is more like when my children were young, because it seems like it's more updated than it was when I was younger. But I love these styles of books. I love the format of them. It contains awesome color plates inside the book. And look at this treasure here. This is a letter that some guy was writing to someone named Sarah. I thought that this was extremely unique and extremely rare. That's awesome. So this is a hardback copy of Pinocchio. So up next, I was not familiar with this book at all. It is called Gideon the Cutpurse, and this is a YA novel. It caught my attention because I was intrigued by the peekaboo style cover. I'm not sure about the entire faceplate here, but I thought the peekaboo style cover was pretty interesting. So getting into the synopsis on the back, this is an 18th century style book, and it is Gideon the Cutpurse being the first part of the Gideon trilogy. So there's apparently at least two more books in this series, and it is 1763. Gideon Seymour, Cutpurse and gentleman, hides from the villainous torment. Suddenly the sky peels away like fabric, and from the gaping hole fall two curious-looking children. Peter Shock and Kate Dyer have fallen straight from the 21st century, thanks to an experiment with an anti-gravity machine. Before Gideon and the children have a chance to gather their wits. The tar man takes off with the machine, and Kate and Peter's only chance of getting home. Soon, Gideon, Kate, and Peter are swept into a journey through 18th century London and from a bond that they hope will stand strong in the face of unformidable treachery. Unformidable treachery. Uh, Historical detail comes alive as depth author Linda Berkeley weaves the 18th century trials of Gideon, Kate, and Peter with the modern day worries of their parents and their wily investigator trying to piece together the children's disappearance. A time travel tale, the first book of the Gideon trilogy, introduces readers to a modern genre all its own. So it seems like it's going to be pretty interesting, and it was it was just $3, so I just decided to pick it up. So this one is one that I have been wanting to add to my library for quite a while, and this is We Have Always Lived in a Castle by Shirley Jackson. It's going to be one of those little creepy reads. It is in the Penguin deluxe classic edition format. I love the beveled edges on the pages. It has the French folds as Penguin Deluxe Classics normally do. So this is one that I have been wanting for a while, and I may wait until the creepy season to read this one. And lastly, here I have Atomic Habits. And I forgot to mention that all of the books that I showed you today, it was basically like a collective style haul. It was a few books that are allowed to stack up before I did this book review. And I have one that I ordered. I was kind of hoping that the book would be here so I could do this video, but it's not. So I just went ahead and did the video anyway. But I have here Atomic Habits, and I have, of course, been wanting this book for a while. This is a self-help book, personal development, and it is formatted in order to help you form better habits, better ways of thinking. So this is one that I had been wanting to get for myself, and I also wanted to pick up a copy of this one for my daughter as well. So when I went, because I purchased this one last week actually. So when I purchased this book, there were a few more on the shelf. I want to say two more hard copies that were also $12.99 and a paperback that was $14.99. I'm not sure why they list paperback books more expensive than hardback books, but they tend to do that quite often. So I did see that there were a few on the shelf today, three of them actually. The reason I didn't purchase them last week was because this was the best. This was the best one on the shelf. The other ones looked a little roughed up, and if I purchased one for my daughter, I wanted to get her a better copy. I didn't want to just purchase it because it was there on the shelf. I wanted to get her a decent copy. So today they had some that were basically in the same condition as this one, but pretty much double the price. The list price on them were like $26.01, something like that. And you can actually get this book cheaper online, which I will just order one for her online. But why they're selling it for double the price, maybe it's in high demand there or something, I don't know. But this was one that I had been wanting to add to my bookshelf as well, and I was finally able to do so. So before I get off, guys, I am going to show you some of the artwork that I am currently working on. This is my granddaughter here, my 5-year-old granddaughter, and I am currently working on I'm doing a lot of my art sketching on live, and I have this one protected while I work on his sister. So, and this is my grandson, which is complete, my 8-month-old grandson. And I just wanted to show these to you all just in case you wanted to tune into my live video. Just in case you wanted to tune into my live video, or not even tune in, I have live videos available that you can watch me work on these 2 sketches. So this has been my book haul for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed what I had to share with you all. I am about to prepare to hop on live to finish my art pieces. And until next time, guys, thank you so much for watching.